The Thunder Under the Ice update has just launched for Barotrauma. With it, there are some big changes to the mission segment of the game. This video is going to cover one of the biggest changes to the game yet: cargo missions. This update directly impacts two of the default submarines that you can purchase for use. I am going to be breaking down the cost, performance, and profitability of each submarine, so stick around to the end of the video for the full breakdown of both. The two submarines in question are the R-29 Big Rig and the Berilia, both of which are listed as a transport class vessel. The update now overhauls the cargo missions by rewarding you based on how much cargo you transport. There are specific cargo racks that have been added for this purpose. These two ships now have a much bigger role to play as a transport class vessel. The new cargo mission calculation works on crates. All the ships in the game can support between 0 and 25 crates. This is based on how many racks they have available. Any ship that does not have dedicated racks can still support a few crates on the floor. You get a base rate per crate, and it multiplies based on how many racks you can support and how many crates need delivery. But more on that later. To start off the comparison, let's focus on the biggest differences between the two. First, price. The Big Rig comes in at a cost of $14,500 versus the Berilia, which is at a cost of $15,000. So only a $500 difference. If you inspect the submarines, you can see the Berilia comes with a lot more. It's got 3 guns, 2 engines, 2 crew hatches, a depth charge launcher, and lots of extra monitors and stations. So why on earth, Europa, would you buy the Big Rig? Well, taking a closer look, you'll notice some of the key differences. The Big Rig only requires 5 crew members minimum to run, although do note that this is a recommendation and not a hard requirement. Compare this to the Berilia's whopping 12 minimum recommendation. So despite the initial buy cost of the submarines, the Berilia will actually require you to shell out an extra 10 to 30,000 for crewmates. That 500 gap in sales just got a lot bigger. On top of that, running a larger ship with more electronics, weapons, and engines will require more power overall. So, cargo. What does each ship actually have? And how much can I carry? The Big Rig wins here with a total of 20 dedicated racks, but the Berilia is not far behind with an impressive 16. Let's talk about statistics. What are the top speeds, reactor consumption, and most importantly, how much profit can you make? If you have enjoyed everything so far, make sure to hit that like button, and if you would like to see more, make sure to subscribe so you won't miss a thing. Alright, back to the video. So for the following tests, I have upgraded the submarine's engines to maximum and tested both out for at least 4 missions to get averages. Top speeds. The Big Rig caps out at 20 kilometers per hour, and the Berilia can reach a maximum of 21 kilometers per hour. Next, ascending and descending speeds. The Big Rig can go up and down at 9 kilometers per hour. For the Berilia, it's got 11 kilometers per hour on the descent and a whopping 18 kilometers per hour on the ascent. It's one floaty boat. For the reactor consumption, I did 3 runs on each ship and calculated the approximate fuel usage over distance travelled. The Big Rig used approximately 42% of a uranium fuel rod over an average distance of 2 kilometers. The Berilia used approximately 68% over the same distance. So if you like maths, the Berilia is roughly 61% more expensive to run than the Big Rig. Do note that these are approximations, and the actual ship path and current does affect overall consumption. And now the money. As the Big Rig can carry more crates and it costs less to start and run, it wins for the profit per mission hands down. Although do note this vessel is really only designed for transport. Now, this is an important factor as in addition to the new mission features, you can now run 2 missions at the same time. These missions do not need to be of the same type, so you can run a combat and cargo mission simultaneously. This is huge as now your choice of submarine becomes far more strategic. It really focuses on which vessel is best suited to the mission you have selected and which ones are going to get you the most profit. In conclusion, there are no real winners or losers here as each submarine has a different strategic role to play. For me, the Berilia's overall utility makes it great to take on multiple mission types. The additional crew hatches and gun turrets mean that the Berilia can do almost all types of missions, perhaps only excluding the more advanced swarm combat missions. The big rig is best for cargo and transport missions only. There really is nothing else it can be used for compared to the other submarine options you have in the game. Its reduced cost and operating overheads make it great for running cargo missions early in the game. The reduced crew size and optimized ship configuration means it's easily manageable as well. Now, here's where things get very interesting. The new update also includes customization of weapon turrets. You can switch out a current turret for a railgun or one of the new types of turrets in the game, the pulse laser or chain gun. So, if you wanted to, you could turn the Berilia into an attack class submarine. I think that this update may have just turned the Berilia into one of the most versatile all-round ships in the game. Thank you for watching, make sure to like, subscribe and get notified, share the video with your friends, and until next time, peace.